When I first met Thomas and we first started working together, he was, or at least I thought, he came off as shy and didn't really talk all that much, and a little bit more, I guess, like serious and focused. And certainly that has shifted a lot in the past 2 years from sort of shy, didn't talk a ton in the beginning, to now he's, I don't know what the word is, flamboyant, or he's very outwardly confident. Oh, I can hear Licata. Yeah, knew it.
Okay, look at this.
Like a mile away.
Look at this.
You just see from like a mile. Licata coming in hot.
They call me White Coolata.
No one has called you that before. Not one person. Ooh, he can easy. I'm a little bit impressed by that.
Bro, I told you that's mad easy.
Bro, I told you. That's mad easy. We're at a spot now where he's going to be going and playing in college next year. A lot of the playing the game, scoring stuff that we did in the beginning is in there good now. So he had a lot of tournaments this year where mechanically his swing, we haven't done a ton of things to it. He's always been a good athlete and can kind of work his way around and is a competitor and competes well. So I really wanted to build that up. In our first year or two together, we really didn't do a ton of swing stuff. It was more get some form of predictable ball flight and then just go play and compete and get the ball in the hole. And his scores dropped dramatically in tournaments. You know, like we're 10, 15, 20 shots compared to when we started. So he's done a great job at that, and he learned how to play, and I wanted him to learn how to do that. And sometimes when you get too in the mechanics initially, you lose that learning how to score portion of it. So he has that. So now it's like, hey, my scores are good and I learned how to do that, but my mechanics maybe are holding me back a little bit. So his swing mechanics, especially off the tee, put him in a spot where he's really got to scramble. It's like Mickelson. Like he's good at that. And then if you made Mickelson swing better and he could hit it better, would he score better? Theoretically, that would be the idea. So we're doing some mechanical pieces now over the winter so that next year moving forward, he doesn't have to rely as much on being able to scramble and chip and putt, and he'll have a little bit better control. So what Thomas and I are doing in this session and what we're working on is the full swing mechanical pieces. Part number one of that, where he came from, was he has a lot of, he's very narrow in his swing, so he lacks width, which in and of itself isn't the end of the world, but what you do to make up for that creates inconsistencies. The way he has to move his body and tilt and slide during the downswing all stems from that narrow backswing, which again, he has good enough eye-hand coordination to get away with. But what we're working on with the ball in is to increase the width and have his arm structure better so we can start to use his pivot and his body differently. And we're to the point now where that's getting better. We've done that for a couple weeks and that's pretty good. And now we're getting into using the pivot and the downswing, which for him is typically a big shift into he's lefty, so into his right side, and a lot of tilt. Which the moral of the story, there's more timing at the bottom. It's harder to control his face and his low point because he doesn't rotate his torso. So I'm starting to change that with him of, hey, put the things in place beforehand so that you can pivot, which is the width. And then now, I'm going a route of him thinking about where his pressure is in his feet, having played other sports first, and not getting into his lead side too quick is kind of where we're starting there. And then there's a million different ways to do it. So I want to see how he reacts from there. If the weight and the pressure in his feet can adjust that by itself, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, and then we will sort of react accordingly based on how he does. Man, are you forward?
Should I just put the football here now?
But let's not even do the slot. To me, it's about how much weight you put on your right foot and how early you do it. Like if we were to measure how much weight's on your, like let's show pressure on your feet. Let's say to start with, you're like 50, I'm just gonna do it right-handed. Let's say you're 50-50. And then you shift into your back foot, and I want you to stay on that back foot at the top. And then when you start to shift down, you're like so far on your front leg. Now, I don't care about the slide. I'm just talking about how much pressure into the ground. You get so far forward so quick that you have nowhere to go. Mm-hmm. Whereas we need to get like, hey, get into that back side, unweight that lead foot, and then pivot into your back leg more and kind of hang back on that back side. We need to go deeper into that and get to the point where by the time you go out to the spring, it's functional. We need to start with the mechanics with poses though, for now. So you're gonna have two things with your full swing. One is gonna be part of your practice maintaining the arm width, which is what I want you to do.
All right, that's my homework.
In the beginning. And then we have to get off of you getting so far onto your front side so quick. So I want to do that with poses first. Make sense?
All right.
So awesome job with the ball. Let me have that. We'll come back with that, but we need to get that back up there, and we're going to use this.
You hear that? Awesome job with the ball.
Awesome job with the ball. Pivot needs some work. Because you could have your arms really wide, and you get that far forward and that much slide with it, and you're still going to have ball control issues.
Okay.
So let's say right now you feel like 50-50.
Yeah.
And now let's just go to where the club's like halfway back. So right now, what do you feel like?
Like 80-20.
Okay. So now from there.
Maybe like 70-30.
70-30. Now go all the way up to the top. Okay, so what I want you to maintain that 70-30 feel. What you do is this. When you make your back swing, watch for a second. You go really into the back foot early.
Yeah.
It's halfway back, but then by the top, you're already going
Yeah.
forward before you even start. So I want it to be like 50-50, 60-40, 70-30.
Okay.
Instead of so far, let me show you that so you can see.
So you just don't want me to shift on my left foot that quick?
Maybe not as much, but then I want you to continue to shift onto it up to the top. So let's go like this. Take your setup. So 50-50. And then to here, let's go just 60-40, just a little bit. Now all the way up to the top, get to 70-30. Yeah, you feel a difference there?
Yeah.
That's where I need you to be first. And then from that spot, let's go do that one more time. Restart. So 50-50, 60-40. No, only come to club parallel to the ground, like right here. 60-40, and then keep going up to that. Good. Now from there, when you go here, let's say you're all the way at the top, start your transition. And I want you to, so when your left arm gets back to parallel, I want you to be basically 50-50 again.
Okay.
Okay, at this point. And then you really feel like you're sitting into this leg.
Okay.
So you're much more sitting here.
All right.
Onto this spot.
Okay.
Now, by the time this club gets back to parallel like this, and it's even with your thigh, you're still 50-50. Bend your knees more. You're still 50-50 at this point.
Yeah.
Now, from here, you don't stay here forever. Now, you can push off your back foot. Go ahead and extend all the way up and swing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you go like this. 50-50, 60-40, 70-30. Go all the way down, still 50-50. Now from here, I can make a normal swing. So let's break it like that. Let's go 50-50, parallel to the ground to 60-40. Go 70-30. Now stay 50-50 all the way down to here. Keep going, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, coming. So right to here, you're still 50-50. Now from here, now push off and go.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that again. So 50-50, just 60-40. Good. 70-30. Come all the way down, stay 50-50. Good. Now push off and go. Good. So let's go 50-50. 60-40, good. 70-30. Come down to 50. Good. Now extend everything up and extend your legs. And go. Yeah, do that again. Not used to that. 50-50, 60-40. Good. 70-30. Down just to 50. Good. Open up more though.
Open what?
Hips, chest.
Like that?
Good. Yep. When you get to that last parallel spot, let's do it again. So go first parallel 50-50 and then first parallel 60-40. Good. 70-30. Sit into this 50-50. Good. Now at this spot here, your hip should be like 30. If this is square target line, your hip should be like 30 degrees open at that spot.
All right.
It should be like there. So you got to be like here.
All right.
Yeah, that feels more open than normal to you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And your chest should be like square at that spot. Good. Now extend your legs, kick up and go. Good. So hey, once you hit here, if we're open enough, then you can shift and kick and extend as much as you want. I don't care from there.
Okay.
You don't have to feel like you stay back forever.
Okay.
It's just to that last spot. Let's do 2 more poses, then we'll start to swing with it.
Yep.
This is gonna feel goofy as shit in the beginning.
It's all right.
And you might hit it goofy as shit, but I think that it'll be like the football when we put the football on. But you'll get good at this pretty quick.
I'm an NHS. I get good at anything.
Here's what
pretty
I want,
quick.
and I don't know if that's true. So we'll go 60-40, 70-30, down to 50. Get yourself open like this. Small recoil, and then just kick and hit from there. I don't care if you whiff. All right, just so you can feel that. So let's go 50-50, good. 60-40 first, good. 70-30, sit into 50, open enough, good. Now just small kick and go. Awesome, let's look at it. It's actually not bad for your first try. No.
Athletic.
No.
Rinse and repeat.
I may throw the football in. Rinse and repeat, do it again.
What, my
Good
arm's not
Lord.
getting straight out?
I might throw that football in. 50-50, 60-40, good. 70-30. Come on down, stay 50, sit, good. Kick. Awesome. Good, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good teaching, not athleticism.
Great athleticism.
I want to see if you can do that with the ball in too. Think you can do it?
Easy.
Yep. Yep, mini little recoil. Stay back on that back leg. Yeah, that's much better. Good, do that again. You got to watch when you recoil, dude, when I'm not watching you, because you're not going to feel that sometimes. You're just not going to feel it.
Okay.
Because it's normal. You got to make sure when you come to that last spot and you recoil, hang on that back spot. I wouldn't even turn back. I just let the arms recoil a little bit, keep the body there, and then kick out like that. Because you won't be able to tell. 45-minute lesson, I got all kinds of time.
I don't know. I get shit done. Sorry, I get stuff done.
Yeah, very good. 60-40, 70-30. Good, bring it down. Stay there, just an arm recoil. Much better, dude. That actually looked kind of good.
Yep.
Not like a good for licata, but like an actual, like good.
I know, pro status.
It was actually pretty solid. It'd be dangerous if you start hitting some fairways and know where the ball's going. That's much better. I'm saying like when you go like this, you still want to go like this. So you're good, good, good. And then when you recoil, it's like, don't recoil and kick. Hey, keep your body where you coil it to. Let me do one. If you go like this, and I go here, 70-30, and then bring it down, I'm going to leave my body here. So 30 open and really into my right leg. Just recoil my arms and hands a little bit, and I'm going to stay in my right leg and then just kick out.
Okay.
So if you're just going to feel like you're more like back here like this, not
Okay.
up on that front side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I need to just watch that because you're not going to feel that. Good. 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 Keep it back there, just arm recoiling. That's better. Feel the difference there?
Yeah, so I have to like fall back on my
Yeah, much more like baseball-y.
Yeah.
Did you play baseball ever? A lot of strikeouts?
That was amazing.
You probably
I
rode the bench.
struck them out.
You
I
rode the
didn't
bench.
get strikeouts. I hit dingers.
See how much different that is?
Yeah.
So your hips don't kick forward at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're like
Tore.
leaning back this way. It's not tore, but it's better. But those two things for you, arms like this, no width, and then what you had to do because of that, like when we get wider and you pivot better, it's going to take 99% of that shit out of there. So it'll be good. You don't have to like physically do as much when you go play, which would be cool.